when we do this work as men, you get to a place where you don't want to go back to old version 1.0. You don't want to go back to something that's cold fish. You start to have standards for your own self of, well, that's not what you want either. It turns you off. Like, why would I want to be around a woman who, isn't turned on by me? Why would I want to be with a woman who says, yeah, I just have no desire for you and I don't want to, I don't want to lead you on? To be honest about that layer with her. Hey, thank you for being honest with me, because I don't want a dead relationship either. I don't want, and so it's basically declaring what you don't want and then taking a step forward within your own life as a man. Like, truly, you just said earlier in the call, right? This is really the first time when you're realizing, or coming to terms with it may not work out. You've been talking about that, but now it's like, okay, so much so that I'm selling my gorgeous house that I never wanted to sell. So much so where I'm putting my money where my mouth is. And that's actually real. So Bradbury, what is it like? What have you seen with men and your work with women as well, when the guy actually believes that he could move on, actually believes that there's, a very good chance this isn't going to work out, and he starts to let go? The lightness a man feels when he starts to let go. How could, and this can't be a manipulation. It can't be like, oh, I heard Jeff say, break it off with her and then she'll be reattracted again. But what I'm saying is, through this work, once you get to the point where you're really good with yourself and there's no way in hell you're going back to version 1.0. So much so that you sell your beautiful house, she might think, her instincts think, oh shit, he is going to really move on. Oh shit. Like, he isn't totally attached to me. He's going to find some other girl that's 12 years younger. And like, all this goes on in her mind. And again, this cannot be a manipulation, but for a higher level topic, Jason, what have you seen? And just be real with us, right? Don't bullshit. But what have you seen when a man gets to that point?
I've seen her put the past behind her and going, oh, he has changed. Oh my gosh. Well, if he's changed, maybe I can change. Maybe what I'm seeing was true. All these little tests that I kept throwing at him, and he was failing them for a while. He's not thinking that cognitively, but all of a sudden now and I don't want another fucking woman in my bed with him. Right. And she actually can relax and start feeling into the relationship then too, because the pressure's off. He's out. It's her going to him now, which is what the feminine wants to do, right? And all of a sudden, it seems like the world rights itself a little bit sometimes. Other times, she's not going to change because she doesn't want to, or is too scared to, or whatever, and sends him off with a blessing saying, go have fun, enjoy life. I can't be who you need me to be. And I've also seen guys go, you know what? I've been as patient as I can be, and I love you, but you don't fit into the life that I want to lead right now. And that's the decision I had to make. I mean, if she wasn't going to go get help with her issues, our life was going to slowly go back to where it was. So I didn't want that anymore.
Yeah, well said. Yeah. Thanks, Jason. Absolutely. And again, this can never be a manipulation. It has to be, you're ready to let her go in love and freedom. And then you have waves of sadness or resentment potential. And during the time you spend alone, getting good being alone, which you'd be surprised how many guys try to jump into a rebound to just fill the hole or get validation, which is a fucking terrible idea. You spend at least 3 months, and it doesn't matter how long it's been since you've had sex, you spend at least 3 months being alone, getting good being alone. And when I say that out loud, it's like 3 months, that's hardly any time at all. If you're in that 3 months and you could get other women, it really feels like a long time.